Okay, so Miss Cookie says love is not enough. I know it's hard to let go when you have invested your heart, time, money, affection, but it gets to a point you have to think about yourself. Perfect answer. Did you guys get that? Eniye Craig, how are you? Thank you for joining. Did you guys get that? Because it comes to a point where you plateau, you're depleted, you have no coping mechanisms anymore. Now, you guys need to understand, when people kill people during relationships or during marriage, they necessarily don't hate those people. Now, there's a thin line between love and hate, and that is true. But you also need to understand, they're not... People snap. When they snap, it's because they are out of coping mechanism. They cannot cope anymore. So Miss Cookie says he's dependent on her emotionally, and that's not good. It may be tough, but eventually you will get your life back. Oh, I love you guys. These are all my co-hosts. There's a reason why they're my co-hosts. Abiez is just responding, Ben. First and foremost, love is not enough. You can't be in love with someone without being happy. Oh my guys, keep it coming. Keep it coming. This is lovely. Faith, how are you? Thank you for coming in. This is Breaking Limits. Please join in the conversation. Ben is at a dilemma here. He loves his kids. He loves his partner. But the partner is very, very violent. The partner will throw things. They have a hot temper. The partner has a hot temper. He doesn't, in his mind, he's at a crossroad. He thinks he should leave, and then he thinks he shouldn't leave. He doesn't know what to do. He's afraid that the kids will see him as a failure if he leaves, but he's actually at a crossroads now. And my wonderful co-hosts are all responding. I love my co-hosts. I really do. Love is not enough. Ben. Sometimes love is not enough. You have to be happy. If you're not a happy person, the kids, they can tell. You guys don't know this, but I'm sure you know. Kids can tell. They can tell when mommy's happy. They can tell when daddy's happy or unhappy, you know. Akilabi, success. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Please join in the conversation. So should Ben stay? Should Ben leave? It seemed to me a lot of people are saying, go, just leave. You might be better away from this person. That way you have your life. Because what happens in abusive situations is eventually somebody dies. That's what we're trying to prevent. Somebody dies. We don't want anyone to die. You might not think so today. You might not think that you can kill. The person abusing you is not thinking that they can kill you. But accidents happen. They hit you the wrong way one day, guess what? You're dead. Or you also defend yourself one day, guess what? That person's dead. So, doing it for the kids. Kids don't remain kids. They grow. Eventually, whatever picture you present to them, they might not understand it at that time. But when they grow older and they get into their own relationship, they're more understanding because now they see relationship is not cold and dry. Okay? So thank you guys. Thank you for my co-host. I love you guys. So another letter quickly we're going to take is from Oge. Oge is from Jos. Or is it Oj? She says, Carla is right. Carla is someone who wrote to me. Let me remember this. I think Carla was the one that was... Okay, I get Carla. Yeah, okay. I remember now. Carla is right. Domestic abuse can happen because a woman refuses sex. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, Carla, how are you? Before I take, sometimes I don't know what's in this questions and then it just jumps at me. So, Abiez is still answering Ben. I was very, very in love with him, but I was never happy. I had no choice than to leave. Today, I am so happy and I feel completely okay now. Do you see that? Sometimes you have to get away to be happy. Sometimes you need to get away to be happy. Anita is like, unfortunately, only Ben can decide when he has had enough. That is so true. Because no matter what we all tell Ben, it will get to a point where only Ben knows that, yes, I can go beyond this point. That is so true. Anita is saying, unfortunately, that is what happens. Anita, you want to come behind the scenes? Someone's waving to me. Okay. How am I to call this name? LEPGD Borum Lamp for Electric. I'm acknowledging you. Thank you for joining. Please join in the conversation. Appreciate your support. So I was talking about OJ. OJ lives in Jos Plateau, Jos Plateau. She says Carla is right. She said, okay, she knows that she was being abused. Miss Cookie, are you laughing? It's true now. I didn't know how I was going to pronounce that. Lay PGD, could you tell me how to pronounce your, do you call it handle? Use the ID? Yeah, but however, you might think it's funny, Miss Cookie, but it makes you take note though. See, that's branding there. It makes you take note because you will notice that name. Hello, I'm waving back at you. So Carla is sharing with us. I keep getting emails like this. She's saying, no, not Carla. This is OJ. OJ is sharing with us that she suffered domestic abuse because she kept on refusing sex. She said she is afraid to leave her marriage, but she's gay. Society will judge her. So in her case, she says she's not going to leave. Actually, I had shared this, part of this with my co-hosts yesterday. It happens. There are people trapped in marriage because that's what the society, especially if you live in Nigeria, that's what happens. You have to live a double life. There are a lot of people living double lives. They do, because society would turn you into a pariah if you dare to leave your matrimonial home. No, you don't have to agree with her. But I have found out that we all cope with what life has thrown our way. We find a way to cope. It's very easy to point fingers, but something you need to realize. When you point, like I'm doing so, remember the one finger pointing this way, the rest are pointing towards you. I learned that very early on, years ago. When you point at people, you make fun of them, or you castigate them, or you judge them. The other fingers point at you. They're judging you too. You need to know that. I have found that sometimes when people are so mean and so unmoving and rigid and just judge people, it comes from self-hate. It comes from self-hate. You find people who hate on people that are like them, who are or have the guts, because it's gutsy. It's not easy to not go with the grain or with the flow. So let me tell you what I'm trying to say. Like OJ has shared now, OJ is afraid to leave her marriage, but she's been abused, she says, because she doesn't enjoy sex with her husband, because she's gay. She said she has had relationship with women in the past, and she does have it when it is safe enough. However, she knows her own abuse is because she's refusing. These are Christians. Okay. And some of you might come on, oh my God, she's a Christian. Why would she do that? I don't know. That is not for me to answer. That's between her and God and whoever. I'm not going to judge people. That's a waste of my time. I don't judge people. To each his own. And that's the truth. Do I agree with it? Do I condone it? Do I support it? That's neither here nor there. It's not about me. I'm not living her life. She's living her life. Does that make sense? I'm not living her life. So my thing now for OJ is breaking limits. How are you strong enough to leave that situation? Because the more he abuses you, the more you get more resentful. You get unhappy. Eventually, just like Anita said, you get to a point where you know you're going to leave.